Shamokin is the defending District 4 AAA champions. The Indians send top seed at Lewisburg packing and now are looking to defend their title.
You know what they say, that what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I think the team really came together over the last 2 weeks, and hopefully we have a couple more games in us.
Milton is the Pennsylvania Heartland champions. The Black Panthers have surprised some people this season, but not themselves.
Well, I'll tell you, we run a pretty good system. I think the kids bought into that system, and the way it works out a lot of times is it keeps us close. It gives us an opportunity to win.
These two teams have already met 3 times this season. The fourth, though, is the biggest. It's the District 4 Boys AAA Championship. Shamokin and Milton. Next.
He looks like he's already got his play called, and they're not going to call timeout. They're going to let him go at it.
10 seconds. Pick play. Got it!
This is another Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.
Standing room only inside Phil Lockup Gymnasium at Shikellamy High School as we get set to crown a champion. It's Shamokin and Milton. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined courtside tonight by my partner John Mendola from the Fox 56 Sports Show. Our special guest, the head coach here of Shikellamy, the boys' head coach, Tim Four. And John, let's talk about a couple players that we're going to look for tonight for Shamokin and Milton.
Well, Isaiah Wrightbridge for Shamokin, a heck of a player, could score for them. They're going to need some good shooting tonight. He's one of the guys that get him going. Over on the other side for Milton, Ethan Baker's the go-to guy for them to get the Black Panthers, who've done a pretty good job against Shamokin this year.
Coach, you've seen these two teams already. You beat Shamokin. You lost twice. Twice, I think, to Milton, right?
Yes.
So you have your 4 for 4. What are your keys to the game for this?
Well, first I think it's either Ethan Baker or Ryan Sebasovich. Baker's playing very well down the stretch. Sebasovich has played very well the last 2 playoff games. Next is Wade Heidel. I think if he brings energy with the rebounding and a couple of putbacks and hit the 3, it's going to be very difficult for Shamokin to come on top. You also have, I think, whichever team is going to attack the rim the best. And the fourth one, I think, if it comes down to the end of the game, crunch time, I give my edge to Milton just for the fact that they're better free throw shooters top to bottom. They have 5 guys that can hit anywhere from 65% or better on the free throw.
Well, it's the 4th time these two teams have met this season. Milton has won the last 2. They won the Heartland Conference Championship. Can they win a district title here tonight? We'll find out next on MyTV. Starting lineups now for the Indians of Shamokin, 19-7 overall. It will be Sebasovich, Wrightbridge, Weaver, Taylor, and Dorenzo, who are your starting 5 tonight. For Milton, it's like this: Heidel, Emery, Williams, Baker, and Feltman. 4 seniors and a sophomore in there. And the teams being announced on the floor. Your referees tonight: Don Kiefer, Dave Rovenolt, and Jim Bergen. So it's Bob I, Tim Four, and John Mendola courtside, getting ready for tonight's game. And Coach, what will be a key to get out? I mean, a lot of pressure on these teams. They know each other very well. What's the key in the first couple minutes to watch for?
I'd say whichever team I mentioned earlier can attack the rim the best. I know that in the Hack Championship I was here, and Ethan Baker was just on fire the first 4 minutes of the game. It seemed like everything he shot went in, and Shamokin didn't shoot the ball very well. Shamokin's a much different team when they are playing from behind. You know, they're much more comfortable. Obviously, every team is, but Shamokin is definitely more comfortable playing with the lead. And in that Hack Championship game, Milton got up. Shamokin never really got into a flow of the game. They seem to be scrambling from the start.
So Milton are your Pennsylvania Heartland overall champions. Some people thought that maybe Lewisburg should have been in there, but Milton proved them wrong by taking the title.
And really, you know, going into the season, I think a lot of people thought, you know, Division II in the Hack was going to be the team, you know, either Lewisburg or Lowset that came out. And I really thought that people were, you know, surprised a little bit with Hack 1. You know, Hack 1's a very, very guard-oriented, you know, division. You know, you have Shamokin very guard-oriented, Milton's very guard-oriented. We were, So was Jersey Shore. And, you know, it was just a very competitive division, along with, you know, both Division I and Division II in the HAC. I thought was very competitive year in and or every game this year.
And John, Aaron asked Coach Zimmerman a little while ago about their tough schedule. We had them against Pottsville, a game they really were never in that game. Pottsville, of course, playing for the District 11 championship, but that preseason schedule, that tough schedule, should help them now towards the end. They're playing very good basketball.
Yeah, he talked to him last night on the phone. He mentioned, listen, we scrimmaged York, we scrimmaged Hazleton, we played Pottsville. All those games, that experience, we had the 7 losses. As long as you learn something from them, get a little bit better. I'm expected to see a different Shamokin team than we saw that night, but I think Milton will be ready tonight. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Bruno has in store for the Shamokin Indians.
Well, Shamokin beat Lewisburg, the top seed, the other night. They lost in the playoffs a year ago. They are the defending AAA champs. They lost to GAR last year.
Coach, a team like Shamokin, how are they able to do it against a quality team like Lewisburg in the way they did it? I mean, it has pretty much got on them and they stuck with their plan.
A lot of it, I think, you know, I wasn't here on Tuesday, but the guys I talked to said that Shamokin played a lot of zone, which they're not a zone team. They're more, you know, I'd be very surprised if you see any type of zone. If they do play zone, it's going to be a 1-3-1. And on Tuesday night, they played more of a 2-3, matched up with Sam Allen, Matt Federock, and also the Boone boy from Lewisburg. And they really contained those 3, made the other 2 guys beat them, and unfortunately for Lewisburg, they could not. You know, so Shamokin's more of a man-to-man, get in your face a little bit type team, and on that night they actually showed something they weren't doing all season, so I could have thrown Lewisburg off a little bit.
Bob, the one thing that Coach Bruno said is we got to get out of this first quarter in good shape. Emphasize that to Aaron Dugan before the game tonight, to me last night. Very, very important for the start for Milton not to get on the other side of a 24-4 game or something like that.
This will be an up-and-down affair. The District 4 AAA championship is underway. That's Ethan Baker with the ball. Milton in the black with orange. Shamokin in the white with the purple.
Shamokin will double all ball screens, so any type of ball screen that Milton tries to set, they will try to double the ball.
This will be a very quick pace. Goes out of bounds off of a Milton player that was Heidel and over to Shamokin. There's Jacob Weaver, last year's Heartland Player of the Year. Controls the tempo for the Shamokin team. In quickly to Taylor.
Not a lot of bigs for Milton on the floor, so trying to take advantage of that matchup as well as the quickness they have.
It's a staple of Shamokin's offense is a high-low look on that. They really try to isolate the Taylor boy on the low block with a high-low pass.
Milton averaging 64 points this season on the offensive side. They've shot and made 145 three-pointers. Little step back, no good. Lorenzo cut off. Man-to-man defense from Milton. Into Taylor again, and he's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line.
He's definitely a guy that is is deceiving. You know, you see him, you know, like a guy that's going to do a lot of damage on the offensive end. Uses his body very, very well, and he gets to the line a lot.
Averages 8 points per game. Played very well, I thought, against Lewisburg the other night. He misses the first game.
And he actually did not play in the HAC championship. He had a turned ankle in that game.
So 2 misses from Taylor. So Baker brings it down, averaging 16 points per game. Leads the team in that, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Black Panthers.
Coach, to Bruno's point when he said we got to handle this first quarter, ball handling, matching up against Shamokin, they look a little uncomfortable right now in the first quarter as far as handling the rock, Milton.
They look
much more comfortable in the HAC championship. That's going to help right there with the 3 by Heidel, and that's the guy that, to me, is probably the X factor.
Heidel downtown with a big 3. We've actually seen both of these teams this year on my TV. Shamokin, as I said, lost to Pottsville. Milton took care of coach's team. And that's Reprich in. Quickly up to Weaver, and it's going to go out of bounds. Going to go over to Milton, as Dorenzo had it, and fed it over to Jacob Taylor.
This should be a double from Shamokin. This is one time that we'll go into a half-court type trap looking offense.
Long range from Feltman. He's got the feel. 45th three-pointer on the season. And Reprich quickly inside, and we're tied.
Reprich has some quick finishes there, easy ones, but you got to make sure you get the job done. Milton trying to hold off this surge that Shamokin has as far as quickness this quarter. They've done a nice job.
There's a double.
And there's a foul on the floor. Let's see if it's going to go against, looks like it's going to go against Taylor. His first foul. Both teams have 1 foul now here in the first quarter.
Talk about standing room only here at Shikellamy. Everybody crowded all around the basketball court. There's kind of an AD room over there. You got guys standing up on chairs. Everybody trying to get a sneak peek.
Well, it's the 4th time they played, you know, and I'm sure it's going to be another game. It's going to probably go right down to the wire.
That was Emery. Couldn't get it to go off the backboard. Weaver in, over to Taylor. Another 2 for Philip Taylor.
Coach, to your point, he just has that nice touchdown there. Little deceiving, but yeah, he gets the job done.
Has good spacing on the floor, knows where to be at the right time.
There's the trap up front. That's what Coach Zimmerman probably put in for tonight's game. Little step back, Emery, no good. Very quick pace for both teams. Sebasovic for 3. Ryan Sebasovic downtown.
Man, that was a quick trigger for Shamokin and a quick 5-point lead as well.
.359 remaining in the quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. Indians up 5 early on. Shamokin student section all dressed up in their purple and white, screaming on their team. And they have a 5-point lead to the Indians. Coach corrected me in the break. Shamokin has trapped all year long. I guess my question, Coach, is what changes has Coach Zimmerman made?
Not a lot. I mean, you know, for the most part, I'd say the biggest change he had was probably going to a 2-3 zone against Lewisburg. But pretty much during the course of the year, it's been all man-to-man and a half-court trap. They're also running a little 1-3-1 at times.
Oh, the sophomore putting a show on behind the back, no foul call.
Embry's very athletic. He's an undersized post player, but he plays a little bigger than he actually is. And he's only a sophomore, so they have a good future with him.
Foul gonna go against Milton. Looks like it's Feltman.
One of the things I saw so far, Coach, Milton, no second chances on offensive rebounds. Very limited. Shamokin keeping them away. Nobody following in these buckets.
Shamokin, being an undersized team with a lot of guards on the floor, they do box out very well.
Number 32 in for Milton, Keon Williams, a sophomore. And here comes Ethan Baker to bring it down. Great matchup, Weaver against Baker. A little short on that.
Weaver normally plays the other team's best guard.
And Weaver will bring it out as Williams comes out to challenge him. What about the pace so far? Is it what you expected or a little bit faster?
Both teams play this pace normally the whole game, and you know, I'd say both teams are comfortable in that, and this is the pace we saw in the first quarter of the HAC championship game.
Well, both teams are not deep either. They'll go maybe 6 or 7, and that's it.
Milton is not deep at all.
No.
They'll play 7 guys maybe.
Very athletic move from Ryan Emery underneath as he averages 14 a game and got 2 of them there.
And actually, he's averaging 14, but he's probably averaging close to 16, 17 the last 2/3 of the season. At one point in the season, he was only averaging maybe 3-4 points a game.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game in the playoffs. And boy, Milton just seems they've gotten better all year long, Coach. Game after game, they've won big games. They've been down in games like the other night. They came back to beat Jersey Shore.
I saw them against Hazleton, and I thought they played Hazleton very well the first game of the season. I saw that, and I knew they were going to be pretty solid. They also played in our summer league, and they were the best team in our summer league.
Repridge with a steal. Hard foul.
That's
think
a
it's a
jump
jump
ball.
Jump ball.
Woo.
Well, Feldman grabbed the ball.
Maybe a little arm.
Sebasovic went down. Here we see it again.
Let's watch it. Goes up. Give me that ball.
Repridge, no good.
Milton now doing their own frenzy of defense.
Downtown, Feldman off the mark, but Williams tracks it down. And
Feldman
now,
and Baker have the green light to take threes as soon as they cross half court.
like that?
And
I
that
think
was
it was
Heidel.
at half court.
Pull the trigger. That's a quick trigger.
And we're tied up at 11. Here in the first, 6 points for Heidel, 2. Both are threes. Moyer into the game for Shamokin. That went off the mark. Boy, this Emery kid, athletic. He's only a sophomore, too. You'll see him a couple years.
That's backyard basketball to me, man. He's got the athleticism underneath. Couple little dipsy doodles tonight so far in the first quarter.
Both teams have led in this quarter. Under a minute to play. Cross court. Lorenzo in left hand, no good. And that will be a foul, and that will go against Heidel, it looks like. So Taylor will come back in now for Shamokin. He'll replace Moyer. The other 4 basically play the whole game. It's
The guards,
Yep.
the deeper in the season they are going, the more they are playing. Last Friday against us, their guards probably played 29 or 32 minutes.
Well, Coach Zimmerman calls them basketball junkies, John. And we saw them against Pottsville. We were a little surprised at that score, but they are. These kids play basketball all year long. In the gym rats.
Pottsville has a chance to make any team look pretty bad, though.
Yeah, they're very good. So they'll play for the last shot, will the Indians. Weaver down, wanted a foul, didn't get it. And that will do it. Boy, a fast-paced first quarter. Both teams have a lead at one point, but in the end, it will be Milton who takes the 2-point advantage after 1.
Great start. Do you think it has anything to do with this loud student section?
Yeah. We really like to come out and support our boys. It really gets the gelling and going. They love it.
What would it mean to come out with a district title tonight?
It'd be nuts. It'd be crazy. We would love it. We love it. It'd really be the best thing in the world. We want to keep going just like last year. It's just a great feeling and accomplishment for our school, really.
Well, I got to tell you guys, you're one of the loudest student sections I've ever heard. Yep. Back to you.
That's when they score.
I can't even hear myself think.
That set you just saw from Shamokin, you'll probably see 2 or 3 more times. It's a very nice set. They run a lot out of timeouts and their quarter situations. Little screen to screener from the top.
Williams from the free throw line, no good. Here comes Sepasovic down. He's a junior, averaging 9 points per game. Didn't score in the HAC championship at all.
But he had 2 very good games last Friday against us and on Tuesday against Lewisburg. Had 2 solid games.
3-year starter. Back over to Repridge, just a junior as well. He's in with the right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound and lays it up.
He's definitely a guard you got to keep off the boards. He follows his shots probably better than anyone in our division.
Well, Shamokin back in front. Off the mark. Ooh, knocked out of bounds. Goes over to the Indians.
If Milton has any size, it'll be the Hess boy who comes off the bench, who started for them earlier in the season, but now he's one guy that has a little size for them.
Timeout on the floor as we lost power on the one side to the scoreboard. And we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Clock is fixed. Shamokin has the ball. Man-to-man still by the Black Panthers. Taylor from Sepasovic. Taylor having a nice game on the inside. Already has 6 points. Milton still looking to score in this quarter. Williams blocked. Milton really having to work for what they get tonight.
I don't know if they have an offensive rebound yet.
And they've gone, I don't think they've scored yet in the second quarter.
Zach Moyer downtown. Timeout, Black Panthers. Nope, thought there were someone, everybody's racing over. Someone, I thought, called a timeout, or they were going to give a group hug. I don't know what was going on there.
Selfie, they're taking a selfie over there. Yep.
7-0 run to begin the quarter for the Indians.
Shamokin's did a very good job of keeping the guards of Milton in front of them.
Loser of this game plays the District 2 champion, either Prep or JAR, playing right now in the Scranton area. Baker in and out. Sepasovic in.
He has a canny knack, take it to the rack. He's missed a few, but he's connected on a couple as well.
This looks very familiar, this second quarter.
Big bucket.
Big bucket for Williams to stop the bleeding.
There's that set again.
Moyer
Screen to screener.
Big baskets, big rebound for Shamokin. Hoop in the arm goes to Jake Dorenzo. He'll go to the line to complete the three-point play.
There it is. Little rebound action, and then a little dish. Nice look from Taylor.
Foul goes against Wade Heidel, his second foul. 4th team foul for Milton. Sepasovic at the line, looking for another point. Off the mark. But a big rebound. Taylor really making his presence felt, but taken away. Baker still looking for his first field goal. Milton rushing just a little bit now. Pressing just a little bit. Down 9. Taylor thought Moyer was cutting. It's only 2 points in this quarter so far for the Black Panthers, Coach.
Not that either team's real big, but Milton is very small now when Heidel goes out. Plus, I think they lose a little of their energy on the boards a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Shamokin really try to go high-low next couple sets.
Emery step in. That was a 2. Well, Ryan Emery, the sophomore, has 6 points of 17 for the Black Panthers.
Beaming with confidence right now when he has the basketball.
Repridge in. No one picked him up on the screen. He has 4.
All about that first step, coach, able to power by.
He's very, very quick. You know, he's left-handed, so he has a little, you know, you can see off that a little bit, and he's really quick as a good first step.
Oh, Ray Emery's keeping him in the game. Ryan Emery, excuse me. He has 9 now.
Got to get Emery the ball as much as you could right now, the way he's feeling.
It's like a little weave from Shamokin. Into Taylor. No one came back.
That's Shamokin, you know, in a nutshell. Dribble penetration, you help, dish, layup.
8 for Taylor, the senior. Whistle on the floor, going the other way. So the foul's called, 2:45 remaining. And we're gonna take a timeout on the floor, I think. See if the referees look at us. They do. 8-point lead for the Black Panthers, excuse me, for the Indians from Shamokin. Hey, let's play fourth meeting between these two teams. Here's how it played out this year. Shamokin won 72-54 in January. Milton then the last two. Last one here, February 14th. It was a special Valentine's night in the HAC finals for the Black Panthers. Now Shamokin trying to win this rubber match, the fourth meeting, and more importantly, the district title that they won a year ago. So an 8-point lead for the Indians, who really turned it on here into the second quarter, but a big turnover.
Shamokin, I think, has dominated the first 6 minutes of the second quarter, but Milton's still within striking distance. I think if they can get a bucket here to turn things around. Milton's
got him right where they want them. They can come from behind. Blocked away. Elijah Zabloski, number 34 at that. Of course, the Indians, and we're going to have a foul against Moyer, I believe. Nope, it's going to go against Zabloski.
Coach Bruno, there's Coach Zimmerman and Shamokin, and both these guys getting into it. Of course, Zimmerman, heck of a player back in the day for the Indians.
Also, when he played at SU, too, for Frank Marcinic, a very good player.
Yep, right in Susquehanna country. And that's a big basket from Feldman. He has 5. Well, I think if you're Coach Bruno, Ethan Baker hasn't even scored yet, and you're still in the game for Repridge for the big 3. If you can keep it close, your best player, if you can get him going in the second half, it might help.
But it's also a little bit of a concern, I think, because he only scored 2 or did not even score against the Jersey Shore semifinal game. So, you know, they definitely have to find a way to get him going a little bit offensively.
Sebasovic has showed his quick hands, what he has. You know, you got a bunch of these guys right around 5'11", maybe 6 feet, but you know, they're wiry.
They're all sort of clones in a way. You know, like you said, they're all about the same size. They all have a very similar skill set, but they all do, you know, something a little bit different. Very good.
Repridge slips a little bit. Double dribble. So this is Williams handling the ball now out front. And thrown away, Feldman looking for Baker.
I think they're going to be running a little high-low look to get a three-point shooter to the top to key off this set.
It's going to be Sepasovic, but Saw the lane open and took the shot, no good. Baker has the ball, still looking for his first 2 points of the game.
I think it's an important possession here for Milton.
And a counter, they will, continuation. Hoop in the harm, Ethan Baker going to the line.
You were right there, it's a very big possession. Milton does not want to go into the half down double digits.
And watch this one. Baker's going to get a bucket. He's going to pull this one out of his pocket as he gets this one in and one.
So Baker trying to complete the three-point play. 69% foul shooter on the air. He's been there 160 times this season. And he hits that one. Now down to 6 is the lead for Shamokin. They had up to a 9-point lead. And they're going to get back near there. Lorenzo again. He has 4.
Very good distributors of the basketball, Shamokin. They've done that numerous times tonight to connect.
Weaver going to be called trying to get the ball.
That might be his second.
That is. 2 in a row, actually. Milton trying to get Baker free a little bit off a screen. So Weaver's going to sit. Moyer will come in.
If there's one guy Shamokin cannot afford to lose, it's probably Weaver, because he does so many good things running the point for them that it's one guy that they need to have on the floor.
Also, Taylor will sit down. Moyer in. Emery in for Milton. So some substitutions. We're under 25 to play in a very entertaining first half.
Here comes a double team from Shamokin.
Be called for a foul. Both teams now with 6 fouls each. So last shot time for the Black Panthers. Baker's going to have to bring it all the way up the floor.
That was deep.
Real deep for Feltman. He had more time, I think, than he thought. It's tough. You can't see the clock. It is above the rim. No one's picking up Sebasovic. Half-court shot off the mark. So, first half in the books here at Shikellamy for the District 4 AAA Championship, and it's the Indians of Shamokin who lead Milton 33-25. When we come back, Aaron Dugan will have some thoughts on the game and also tell us what's coming up on the sports show tonight. We'll be right back on MyTV WQMY.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.
Welcome back to Shikellamy High School. You're watching the District 4 AAA Boys Basketball Championship on MyTV WQMY. Milton 25, Shamokin 33 at the half. We're so glad you could join us tonight. I'm Aaron Dugan, Bob Hyde and John Mendola on the call. We are having a blast here at Shikellamy High School. Both student sections are so loud, maybe one of the loudest games that I've been at, and we're having so much fun, but the fun is not going to end here. We have a fantastic Fox 56 sports show for you tonight after our doubleheader every Friday night at 11 on Fox. Tonight we'll have Lake Lehman diver Matt Edkins. He is a 4-time District 2 AA diving champion, and he's getting ready for states. We'll talk with him. Bob Hyde heads to Susquehanna University to talk some track and field. 2 of their throwers are headed to the landmark throwing championships this weekend, and they're local. One's from Selinsgrove, one's from Southern Columbia. They're doing some great things. Bob will talk to them. John Mendola heads to the West Scranton Wrestling Room. He's going to talk to both the West Scranton wrestlers and the Valley View wrestlers. They were having a joint practice earlier in the week, and he'll talk with both head coaches to see about what their guys are expected to do at regionals. In our On the Ice report with Mike O'Brien, we're going to talk to Captain Tom Kostopoulos and Andrew Ebbett. Now, they shared a pretty big milestone over the weekend. TK had his 400th AHL point, and Andrew Ebbett had his 100th AHL goal in the same play. So we're going to talk to them about that awesome milestone that they got to share. Also, it's less than 100 days until the Women's World Cup on Fox 56. So we'll get a preview of that. It's all tonight at 11 on Fox 56. Make sure you stay with us. The end of this game is bound to be a good one. It's a loud gym, and we're so happy you're joining us tonight for live boys basketball on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back to Phil Lockoff Gymnasium at Shikellamy High School. Shamokin leads the District 4 AAA Championship 33-25 over Milton. Bob Ide, John Mandola, and the head coach of Shikellamy, Tim Ford, joining us at the table for a very entertaining first half. It was a 20-12 run in that second quarter for Shamokin that put them up, and we're taking some look at some highlights, John, of Milton first.
Yeah, here you see moving the ball around. Of course, Milton has had a nice game out of Emory. A little body control there, gets the ball to go off the glass. He's been a big scoring machine for Milton tonight.
Also from the outside, Coach Heidel's kept him in. He had a couple threes in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's something he does very well. You know, he's a guy that, you know, gives him a lot of energy defensively and offensive rebound, but he's a guy that when he's on, he's a very dangerous shooter from the outside. You know, the whole thing is with them sometimes getting him going a little bit, but you know, I think he has 2 or 3 threes in the first half. Unfortunately for them right now, he has 2 fouls.
And then Baker, with his only bucket here, gets the foul, and that was a big one to try to keep it close.
Both teams on the floor, all the fans getting back in their seats. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll get you set for the third quarter here on MyTV. We'll be right back after a quick break. We are back, both teams ready. Let's talk about Shamokin, John. That big second quarter, very balanced scoring. Philip Taylor, the 6'3" senior inside, has 8 points. He's done a nice job on the inside boards, offensively and defensively.
And he's also distributed the ball tonight for Shamokin. Gotten some guards, some easy shots, so he's got good vision, athletic kid.
Sebasovic, Reprich, Dorenzo all with 4 points, Moyer with 3. They spread it around, and that's a typical Shamokin team.
Yeah, that's one thing they do the best. You know, they have 4 guards. You know, skill sets very similar, but they also do something a little better than each other. You have Sebasovic, who is playing very well right now. You have Weaver, who's running the point, and you have Reprich, who is probably the guy that, you know, can create his shot the best.
Fans back in their seats, capacity crowd here at Shikellamy for this title game. The 4th meeting between these two teams.
A little scissor cut, like to really isolate Reprich on this.
Reprich, front of the 3, got it right back.
That's one thing you have to do with Reprich. He, like I said, he follows his shots better than any guard.
Oh, they're going to call Weaver, and that will be 3 on Jacob Weaver. Let's see what Coach Zimmerman wants to do. We think he's going to take him out. He is. So the point guard and last year's Heartland Player of the Year takes a seat into the game.
That's
a little bit bigger lineup.
Unfortunate for our division, excuse me, we don't have a Player of the Year in the hack, which is a point of contention with all the coaches. But you know, he was a leading vote getter, and undoubtedly he's the best player.
A couple of these players on the floor could be this year's too.
Well, this year Baker was one of the leading vote getters on the hack Division I team.
Taylor fighting. Both these teams actually tied in conference play.
Just seeing a hair more hustle out of Shamokin right now than Milton. Scrappy balls.
Emory, no foul. Referees letting them play a little bit here to begin the second half.
Couple fouls on both ends that could have been called fouls, weren't, letting them play through it a little bit.
Shamokin hitting the floor to try to keep this thing going on the defensive end for them. They've been pretty darn good.
Ryan Emery back out. Trying to find some room for Feldman, and he hits a nice little jumper. First 2 points of the half go to Milton.
Little screen to screener set for Moyer.
Taylor can't get the roll. Milton playing a little bit better defense here to begin. And there's going to be a block underneath. It will go against Shamokin. And look at it again, John.
Well, they call a blocking foul there. And he'll head right to the line. So said he was shooting.
So KJ Williams goes to the line. This is the first. He's a 78% shooter on the year. 5'9" senior. It's the second. He has 3 now in the game. Slowly but surely, Milton creeping back in this one.
Shamokin doesn't look quite as fluid and smooth with Weaver on the bench right now.
We'll take a quick timeout. 30 seconds on the floor here on MyTV. Back to Shikellamy we go. Shamokin with the ball and with the lead, but it's dropping slowly but surely. Milton creeping back in.
Big shot.
Big shot off the bench. Moyer. He has 6 2-3s and, well, a foul underneath against the Indians.
It seems like they're trying to get Baker into the flow of the offense a bit by having him attack the rim. And he, I think you mentioned earlier, he had 163 or 160 free throws this year, and he did that very well. I know in our games, he went to the line, I think, at least 15 times in one game.
He's good at going to the line. He's 2 for 2 on the night, making 3 for 3. And he has 5 points, just 1 field goal, though. He down to 6. Shamokin now going to run the floor with Weaver on the bench with 3 fouls.
And a little pick and roll offense.
Milton playing a little bit better defense here to begin the quarter.
Shamokin is very disciplined in this offense.
Blocked away, Heidel. Feldman, downtown, got it! Logan Feldman for 3. A 3-point game.
Feldman's feeling it right now.
When his feet are set, you know, he's an extremely dangerous shooter.
Steele, Williams, KJ.
It's a block.
Can't make it. But he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And Chris is putting Weaver back in the game.
Well, here you see the steal for Milton. Taking it to the rack. KJ Williams will head to that free throw line. Coach, you mentioned free throws, Milton's side. That one didn't go, but overall, pretty darn good free throw shooting team.
It's like Murphy's Law. When you talk about it, it's going to go bad.
Two-point game. It was tied after the first quarter, and that's when Shamokin took the lead. It's the closest Milton's been since that point. Rebrich had it and lays it up on the left hand. Here come the Indians back.
This is where they're at their best.
Weaver's back into the game. Taylor fighting underneath, blocked away, and it will remain Shamokin ball underneath. So it didn't take long for Coach Zimmerman to bring Jacob Weaver back, even with 3 fouls.
He's the guy that's going to settle their offense down. You know, they were up, I think, 8 when he went out. Then they got down, you know, to a 2-point lead.
Weaver.
Timeout on the floor. Jacob Weaver picks up his 4th foul. And we have a tight one here. Bruin and Shikellamy. 4-point lead for Shamokin. as we take a break here on MyTV. Back at Shikellamy. Shamokin's lead now down to 4. Bye-bye, Tim 4, John Mendola courtside for the District 4 AAA Championship. John Milton's creeping back into it. Now Jacob Weaver, their point guard for Shamokin, has 4 fouls, and he's going to sit, I would think, the rest of this third quarter.
And that continuity I think Coach mentioned is one thing that you're going to look at. Milton, of course, is keeping it close, doing a nice job. Again, not really hitting the boards offensively, but they're just kind of freestyling a little bit, and shots are going. Like that.
Yeah, like Baker gets a nice roll. Well, Milton came back to beat Jersey Shore the other night in the semifinals, 54-52. Repridge, another offensive rebound.
Repridge's shot looks a little off right now. He's taking a few and just not going.
That would have been huge. Here come the Indians.
I don't think Coach Bruno liked that shot the best.
So a 2-point game, under 3.5 to play in the third quarter in this district championship.
I think Shamokin's in a 2-3 zone.
Oh, good defense underneath by Heidel to force Sepasovic out of bounds. So a turnover goes to the Indians. It'll be a Milton ball. Down 2 now.
What's that defense called? The hipster or what?
So there's 5 fouls on Shamokin. None this half so far on Milton. Baker in couldn't get that roll. Now let's see who wants to run the show for the Indians with Weaver on the bench.
Looks like Milton is pushing their defense a little higher than they had in the first half, especially with Weaver out.
They also go a little bigger with Moyer in the game. Another turnover. So Moyer and Taylor in the game for Shamokin.
Moyer's 6'2", 6'3", but he's more of a 3 than he is a true 4. You know, as you saw in the first half, hitting a couple threes.
So Milton can tie this one or take the lead. The last lead was midway through quarter number 1. They're gonna work around Williams in, little pop shot, got it, put high. Kean Williams, the sophomore, his first field goal of the game. Now Shamokin's gone cold. They haven't had a basket in almost 3 minutes. 2 minutes, excuse me. Coach Zimmerman says, let's slow it down a little bit.
Well, Milton's living and dying by just, there's no rebounds at all, so they don't make a shot. There's no second opportunities here for Milton. And I think you're in a tough spot. You're tied, but you got to get a couple second opportunities.
Shamokin's only scored 5 points this quarter. And we're a foul going to go against Williams. Keane Williams, his first.
Repridge does that very well in this offense where they run that ball screen offense. He really has a good knack of ripping through and going baseline side.
So it's all Shamokin in quarter number 2. It's been all Black Panthers in this third. Minute to play, third quarter. Into Taylor. Had a little bit of height, finds lefty. Lorenzo, another 2. He's got 6 points for the junior. So now Milton looks to tie it or take the lead going after 3. Downtown, off the mark, Heidel. No offensive boards, as John mentioned, and a foul is going to go against Heidel.
I haven't seen Emery, get an opportunity to really get a shot. He's catching the ball, he's passing, but he was hot for a while. He needs some opportunity. opportunity.
You know, I think he's had some shots. I think he's passing some shots up at that high post. You know, because Shamokin's extending their top two guys in the zone, so it's freeing the high post up a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gene tells him at some point in time he's got to start taking some shots from the foul line.
Yeah, I thought he had a ball fake he could have had a couple possessions ago. Try to drive it to the rack, maybe get a little contact.
So now the Indians, with the lead, will play for the last shot. But it's been a struggle for them here in the third quarter. Under 5. Reppert's gonna heave one up, no good. He gets a rebound again. He always does that, but it goes off the mark, and that will do it. So a big third quarter has Milton back in this game. They trail by 2, headed to quarter number 4 in the District 4 AAA Championship.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.
Back to Philip Locke Gymnasium at Shikellamy. District 4 AAA Championship heads to quarter number 4. A big third quarter from Milton. Has them down 2, but Shamokin still in this command with a 2-point lead. Bye-bye, Tim 4. John Mendola enjoying a very good game. Williams to the rack for 2. Kane Williams with 4. We're tied.
Question is, how long does Chris leave Weaver on the bench? Their offense hasn't been quite as smooth since he's got his 3rd and 4th foul.
Shamokin. Milton has outscored Shamokin now 15-7, make that 15-9.
One way to get your confidence back, take the ball to the rack, is Rayford does that.
He's done that all night long. Point guard Jacob Weaver with 4 fouls for the Indians on the bench. Repperidge blocked by Williams. 2-on-1 for Milton. Couldn't convert. Heidel missed it. Most of these players have been playing all game at a fast pace. Taylor gets to the offensive rebound.
That's probably been the difference in the game, like John mentioned earlier, that the offensive rebounding has been much better for Shamokin.
Taylor has 10. We have a foul on the floor. Gonna go against Shamokin.
Team fouls are adding up here. Right now it's 6.
Heidel goes to the line. Dorenzo is 2nd foul. His first free throws for Heidel are in and out. He's a 78% free throw shooter on the season.
Got a little bit of a shot put push on his ball, but it works for him.
Very high arc.
Williams got in there quickly and forced the turnover as it went off Taylor's hands.
The sophomore Williams has been a nice spark for Milton. Couple points, couple little hustle plays have helped them here to keep it close.
Shamokin up. Big miss from Heidel. He had it. Tried to sneak one through to Repperidge. Stolen away by Baker, who only has 4 points tonight. Excuse me, 7. Big basket with Logan Feltman.
Feltman's been kind of streaky too for Milton.
He has 10. In and out. Repperidge right there at offensive board. Taken away by Heidel. Baker pop stop from behind. May have gotten blocked a little bit by Moyer.
Had time there to settle a little bit, take a good shot. Forced it.
Both these teams will head to the PIAA state playoffs. Moyer Got all rim. Baker brings it down. The top seed from District 4 will play the second seed out of District 11. That's Pottsville or Allentown Central Catholic. The loser of this game will play the winner in District 2. There's Scranton Prep or GAR. Emory gets his first basket in the second half.
Needs to shoot, needs to shoot.
And we are tied at 44, 11 for sophomore Ryan Emory.
I think he definitely Emory has an advantage over Taylor. He's a little more athletic, a little quicker.
Blocked away by Emory. No foul call.
That was all ball. Nice job from Emory.
So now Milton looking to take a lead.
I think they need to try to get him the ball in the post.
Milton has not led in the second half. They did tie it up in this fourth at 40. They haven't led since the first quarter. Coach Bruno calls out the play. Feldman on a screen, off the mark.
Good defense, really altered his shot.
Again, no offensive boards for the Black Panthers. Repridge in and out. Back and forth they go. Williams pop shot, got it. There's the lead that Milton badly wanted. And they got it, and we got a timeout.
And that timeout's more just to get Weaver back in the game.
Here's all pace Williams. Slows it down, stopping, popping. Black Panther lead.
Well, here's the road to the championship for the Indians. February play. Up and down kind of in this, but they've really been on a roll since in this District 4 quarterfinals. They beat Shikellamy, Tim Ford's team, and then Lewisburg, the top seed the other night. So we're back in Shikellamy, 3:20 remaining in the game. 2-point lead for Milton now.
Looking for that little set. They try to isolate. They had Taylor.
One thing Coach Bruno said, he doesn't believe in beating a team 3 times. He said, it's one game, that's it.
Did they call this out on Shamokin?
I think so. We'll take a timeout, 3:15 remaining. 2-point lead for Milton here on my TV, WQ. So here's how Milton got along in February. A lot of games in there because, they play in the Heartland Conference semifinals and the finals, so a lot of games thrown in Tim Ford. They're only lost to Lewisburg, and it was close throughout that one. They only beat them by 2 points, but really on a roll. Milton playing good.
And if you look at the 20th against Selinsgrove, played them very well. Baker hits a 3 at the buzzer to beat Selinsgrove.
Milton's kind of lucky to be here if you think about it. They were trailing against Selinsgrove, trailing against Jersey Shore, trailing tonight.
And they're still here.
And they're winning by 2. Quick basket by Sepesovic. Jake Weaver with 4 fouls back into the game, number 15 for the Indians, their point guard. So we're tied at 46. It's going to come down to the wire. 3 minutes in the in the District 4 AAA championship. These two Heartland Division I teams going at it.
Surprised Baker's not attacking Weaver more on the dribble penetration.
Tries to get a screen into Emory. Emory finds Williams, a little pump fake.
Great pass.
KJ's got 5.
KJ's been on the bench for a while, but has a lot of motivation out there.
Weaver cut off. Lorenzo, no. But no offensive, good offensive board. Weaver in, no one stopped him.
More quickness out of Shamokin. One of the worries for Coach Bruno.
Well, Weaver's had a good rest too, and you can see it, a quick step. His first field goal of the night. Under 2. Feldman put the brakes on. And he's going to get called for a foul.
Williams hit that floor hard, and his wrist got jacked up a little bit. He's going to head over to the bench.
Foul once against Feldman, his third, just the third team foul. Weaver finds Taylor. Taylor swarmed, and he's going to go to the line.
Thought Weaver walked there, but may have just drug his foot, and then Taylor, a couple of big man moves, he ends up getting fouled. See how he does here with a tie ball game on the charity stripe.
Taylor's got an even 10. First, he's 0 for 2 tonight, and he hits that one. Taylor's really played strong the last couple of games. So the defending champs get back a 2-point lead. They led at the half, 33-25. A foul, I think, a little push underneath. 1:15 remaining in the game. Weaver fouls out. There's a reach around. So depending how this one goes and plays out, they'll do it without their point guard, Jacob Weaver.
Who has not played most of the second half.
Yep.
I mean, he's been in foul trouble all the second half.
Ryan Emery will go to the line. He has 11 points so far. 71% foul shooter on the evening. This is the front end of the 101. No rebound there for the Black Panthers. Sepasovic will run it.
I would say the go-to guy is going to have to be Ripers.
Milton content to play defense. Give it down to Taylor. Block from behind. Big block by Emery.
Wow. That was huge. That was a gimme.
Coach Bruno. No timeout. Downtown, Ethan Baker for three. Biggest shot of the night from the senior.
That's what your seniors do.
You got to bottle this game up. The energy here is awesome.
This is going to be a...
Coach Zimmerman from Shamokin calls timeout. A 1-point lead for Milton. Ethan Baker doing it for the Black Panthers. We'll be right back. So senior Ethan Baker played a supporting actor role most of the night, but he stepped up when he had to, John.
Bombs away, Lorraine hits that three. And a Milton lead, 51-50. And that feeling, didn't all of us have a feeling it was going to come down to the end here.
How about Milton in the second half? What a run. They just bided their time, coach, and kept playing hard and stepped it up on the defensive side.
I would imagine they're going to probably try to isolate.
Taylor?
It looked like that way.
Taylor foul from behind.
I thought for sure they tried to go to Ripers.
You weren't going to say that. Hear it again.
I think that was a defensive breakdown on Milton's part. Let that pass get so easy into Taylor from a sideline out of bounds.
Taylor to the line, the 6'3 senior. He made his last two. He just needs one for the tie. Can't get the roll. Both crowds on their feet.
No chance of that overtime thing, right?
Taylor, goggles and all. Oh, looking cool in those eyeglasses. Looks cool for the shot. Milton for the last shot. in the district championship. Redbridge, Baker. Baker blocked. We're going overtime for the District 4 AAA championship. Oh my.
Good defense by Shamokin.
What a game here in Shikellamy. We'll take our quick timeout, catch our breath, and get you set for OT.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.
We had so much fun in Shikellamy. We're going to stay for 4 more minutes. Tied at 51 for the District 4 AAA championship. Bob Hyde, Tim Four, John Mendola, and Aaron Dugan enjoying a classic here in Sunbury. Foul on the floor. So Milton uses a big surge in the third quarter. As we look at this one again, tied up. Ethan Baker hits a 3 down the line for Milton. Philip Taylor hits 1 of 2 from the line. We're tied at 51.
Should be an instant 2 here. He hit the first one, Coach. You mentioned all those free throws this year.
And, you know, really down the stretch, what I thought was Milton's strength sort of backfired on them because they missed a bunch of free throws down in the fourth quarter. They missed one right here.
Milton just will never, ever give up. But Shamokin, they are the defending champs. Redbridge, back of the rim, big rebound, a memory. Feldman to the hole, foul hard. Gonna go to the line to shoot 2. Redbridge picked up the foul.
Been a physical game tonight. Guys hit the floor hard. Redbridge trying to get in on that.
Third foul on Redbridge. Big free throw from Logan Feldman, a senior. Shooting 62% from the line. His first free throw of the night is good. He has 11 points.
Big.
Oh, Williams in, snuck in, couldn't get it. 2-point lead. Ryan Stepasovic for 3. Look cool on that one. Emery, Baker on the cut, blocked, didn't really have the ball, and it will remain Black Panthers ball underneath the basket. Oh, this will be taken away. Lorenzo. Moyer running the floor, couldn't get it. Baker blocked from behind by Stepasovic, no whistle.
And he throws it away.
And throws it away.
Wow.
I think the pace, the pressure, everything they have to do with the feel in here, just getting to them a little bit. They just need to calm down, Coach. And it's tough to tell 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds to do that.
And guys who've played probably 30 to the 32 regular season or regular minutes.
Feldman, back of the rim. And we're gonna have a foul from behind. This will be Heidel. This will be his 4th foul. 6 team fouls now on Milton. Next one, Shamokin starts shooting. Isaiah Redbridge, 6'1" junior, has it out in front. big screen for Sepasovic. Timeout, Shamokin.
Shamokin, an emotional team, and they are riding right now Ryan Sebasovic, the junior.
He's the guy we talked about at the beginning. You know, I thought whichever player, Sebasovic or Baker, had the better game, and right now Sebasovic is shooting the ball very well in overtime.
Well, we have more basketball coming up on Saturday, ACC. Starting at noon, Georgia Tech takes on Clemson, and then Virginia Tech takes on highly ranked Virginia. The cross-state battle, and then we have Big Ten ice hockey tomorrow evening at 7 as the Nittany Lions of Penn State battle the Buckeyes from Ohio State. All that on my TV, WQMY.
Pottsville a winner tonight. They go to 27-0, beat Allentown Central Catholic by 10. District 11, AAA.
Winner of this game looks like we'll play Allentown Central Catholic. Oh, hard foul.
Oh, that hurt.
Lorenzo went diving, and Idle took a spill.
And a little bowling action. Take the pins right out, and that's a strike.
I think some of the Milton fans might have wanted a little bit intentional, but he was just playing basketball. So on the line now, Wade Heidel. He missed his only 2 free throws. He does have 6 points. Those were 2 threes back in the first quarter. He hits a big one there.
Coach, you said it earlier. Milton just won't go away.
You know, and that's both. You know, both teams play hard for 32 minutes. I'm not surprised that we're in overtime.
He's got 2. Shamokin by 2 for the District 4 championship.
I really think Milton has to get a stop here. Sounds pretty obvious, but they can't really afford to go down 2 possessions.
Loser plays Scranton Prep or GAR. Prep had a big lead in that one.
Good defense on Milton's part.
That's a disciplined part of Sebasovic. Feeling he's hitting threes, but you got to know enough to get rid of the ball. He got trapped.
Right now, the most important thing for Shamokin is the ball. Because you know the next time Milton fouls you, you're shooting 1-on-1. Shamokin's not as good a free throw shooting team as Milton, but they're still solid enough.
I guess we wouldn't expect anything other than what we see right now, Coach. I mean, that's what you expect. Top 2 teams, they proved it all year long. They played 3 times already. Why not one more?
And extra period.
And an extra period, right. So, all the fans still here, standing room only, here at Shikellamy High School. And both teams now will come back out on the floor. Both teams will be shooting free throws down the rest of this overtime. The Shamokin ball. For Milton, what do you do, Coach? You foul or do you try to play good defense?
I think you try to play good defense, and then if it gets under a minute, you're going to have to put him on the line. Because Shamokin is very good at spreading the floor and making 2-play-1 and hit the open guy. So, you know, this is feeding into Shamokin's hands right now, so.
And play keep away.
They're very good at this.
No weave around the floor, though. Remember that. Loser will play Scranton Prep. No final yet, but they're up almost 30 against GAR. Taken away, almost. Battle.
Jump ball.
No, timeout. No, jump ball. Baker was trying to call the timeout. They were going to give it to him.
I don't think he had complete possession. No. I think he had one hand on the ball.
I didn't know what the referee was going to do. It will remain Shamokin ball. Under a minute to play. We'll stay right here.
Milton played very good defense, got what they wanted. You know, loose ball. Unfortunately for them, they didn't get it. Fortunately for Shamokin, they have it.
Well, what a game here. In the first game, it was Central Columbia who won the District 4 AA girls title. And they'll move on to the PIAA playoffs, as will who they beat Montoursville.
Coach, take us into Coach Bruno right now, what he's telling his team with 49 seconds to go.
Well, I'd say they're probably going to try to play solid defense, but they can't let this go too much longer than 5-10 seconds before they're going to have to foul and put one of the guys on the line, because obviously they can't give up another bucket because it's a 2-possession game. But I'd imagine they're going to probably Milton's quick enough where they can really put a lot of pressure on the inbounds pass. They're going to probably get a steal. Maybe try to run and jump a little bit, and then they're going to have to foul. Wouldn't be surprised if they foul with at least, with 35 seconds to go in the game. But Shamokin is very good at spreading the floor and making you chase.
They get it into Repridge.
There's the double team.
They look for the double team, but he went right around it. Sebisovic down, does look for the shot, throws it wildly. They get a jump ball, they do, it will go to Milton. Good defense by the Black Panthers.
We expect anything else? I mean, this is just one of those games.
Sebisovic just got caught underneath. Didn't know what to do.
Left his feet.
Here we go, Milton again. They did it last time. Baker put them up 1 before Taylor tied it with the free throws in regulation.
Can't remember the last time Emery shot.
Oh, well, Baker's going to go to the line.
Shamokin was switching everything on Baker. Sebisovic reached in. Now we'll see, we talked at the beginning of the game about Milton's free throws down the stretch. I think some free throws got away from him at the end of the regulation. They can't afford to have these get away right now.
Deja vu.
2 for Baker. John, do I dare say?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
That's enough.
Front of the rim. Milton gets the ball. Bruno's going to let him play for the win. Baker got it!
Their only offensive rebound I can remember the whole game.
Coolest man under pressure in the building. Ethan Baker, the senior leader, steps up and hits it.
That was deep. That was a good 2 feet behind the line. That's probably a 21, 22-foot three-point shot. He stepped right into it and let it go.
He just caught the front of the rim too, John.
4-point play for him. Hits 1 free throw and drains that 3.
But how about the offensive rebound, though? You talked about it. I mean, all game, they haven't had one. That's the biggest of the night, and it came at the right time. So now, Coach Four, your Coach Zimmerman, what are you telling your team?
I'm probably putting the ball in Riper's hand, have him penetrate. He's very good at finishing. I'm probably having Sebisovic spot up in the corner 3, probably the corner 3 by their bench. That's where he's been hot the second half. And Riper's is left-handed, so that'd be a natural pass for him.
Sebisovic has had the hot hand. He has 12 points. Repridge, I only have for 2 field goals. Seems like he shot a lot more than that. Philip Taylor, though, has been the big guy underneath. Shamokin ball. 6 seconds. Back to Moyer.
Probably not the person you want to have the ball right now.
Moyer blocked. That will do it. The Milton Black Panthers are the District 4 AAA champions. They find a way to win. You couldn't ask for a team, it doesn't matter. If they've been down all 3 games in the district playoffs, they come back to win all 3 games. Remarkable.
Been down in the fourth quarter all 3 games
Yep.
and has come back to win.
Boy, Ethan Baker, don't like to see that, but he had the big 3, the game winner. When we come back, we will talk to the district champions, the Milton Black Panthers, on MyTV.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.
It was a classic here in Shikellamy. Aaron Dugan with the 2 players of the game, and probably the biggest star in Milton tonight, Ethan Baker. Aaron.
We'll start with you, Ethan. First of all, take me through every emotion you felt hitting that 3-pointer.
Well, after the missed free throw, I knew I left it short. We got the ball back, they gave it to me, and they stayed off me. I just shot the ball. I don't know, I'm speechless right now, so.
How big was that offensive rebound to set you up for that?
Oh, it was big. I don't know who got it, but that's what started it. Without them, we don't get that win right there.
You guys clawed your way back into this game, really tooth and nail. What can you say about the grit of this team?
I mean, Shamokin's a tough team. We always have good games with them, so we knew it was going to be another tough one. We just want to come out and just keep working. We knew we could get back into it with each other.
Congrats, enjoy it.
Thank you.
Our next player of the game, number 42, Wade Heidel. First of all, take me through the emotions right now. All your teammates around you, your fans coming down. What are the emotions right now?
It's amazing. I mean, it's great to see how all the kids from our school are coming to support us. It's just an amazing feeling. Haven't felt this way since we won it 2 years ago, and it's just great that we got it our senior year. It just means a lot.
Clawed your way back in, like I talked to Ethan about. What can you say about just how tough this team is?
We got heart. I mean, we're the comeback kids. It seems every game we're down by 8, 5, 10, but it doesn't matter because we know when it comes to the last 5 seconds, we know we have Ethan, we have Logan, we have Ryan, we have anyone. We're gonna hit the last shot. That's all that matters.
Where do you go on from here? What are you taking from this game to move on?
I mean, really, we just know that no matter what, we can win, and we're gonna go into that state game with some confidence and hope we can pull out a W.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, what a game, guys.
What a game indeed. Milton will play Allentown Central Catholic. Shamokin gets Scranton Prep, John. And what more can you say against the Black Panthers this year? It just seems like it's been their season.
It has. What a great high school basketball game we got to witness here tonight on MyTV. And, of course, these fans, I mean, it was just 2 towns that really loved their teams, and they showed up. And Milton got the win tonight. I mean, they found a way to get it done at the end in dramatic fashion.
Coach, any last comments? I mean, it was an instant classic. It's a game you thought we want to see.
It's a district final game, so this is the way you want your. Obviously for Shamokin, you feel let the game slip away, but as a fan, for the 2,000 people in the gym tonight, it was a great game to watch.
It was a great game to watch indeed. So the award ceremony going on, and that will do it. The Milton Black Panthers are the District 4 AAA champions. For the entire Fox 56 sports crew, for Aaron Dugan, John Mendola, Coach Tim Floor, this is Bob Ide saying so long from Shikellamy. Gotta watch this one again.
watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology and Blaze Alexander Dealerships.